Hi YouTube, FT here and welcome to my channel. There's another update. I think this is update number 3 of my Multiplex Cargo. So what I'd like to start off with is that I am holding the camera. It's a handheld camera, so I apologise if there's any jiggery or floating around. So basically a couple of things to show you here. First of all, the armaments that I've made up, they're basically just cocktail sticks cut to a certain size. I've increased the size from my last video. As you can see, they stick out quite far. I think it makes it look more realistic, and they do bristle. It looks as though it's got them sticking out places, which is good. I've just added 1 centimetre to them, so they're now 5 centimetre sticks. And they go into the brass receptacle that I put in there, and I've painted over the brass with a matte black. The canopy, or the cockpit, was held on with a rubber band. Well, now it's held on with magnets. Now it looks a bit crude because it is. Just cut a hole out here on this side and at the back for a magnet. I've done the same on the cockpit, and it just clicks into place. You notice I've cut out quite a bit of the cockpit here. Well, let me show you the reason for that. This is the battery that was originally for this plane. This is a NiCad, a nickel cadmium battery, and that's quite old. This is almost 20 years old. It's got a lot of weight to it. I think it's something like 620 grams. It's quite a heavy battery and quite large, but it was the tech of the day. So I wanted to get a spare 3000 milliamp battery so I could have at least 2 flights at the field without having to charge up. I managed to find myself this one, but this was a good 212 grams light. So what I've had to do, as you can see here, I've had to attach another battery to the top to make up for that loss of weight. The black battery is a Radiant Supra X 3000 milliamp, but it's a nickel metal hydride, and that's why it's smaller. When it was inside, I checked the CFG out and it was tail heavy. So by adding this green battery on top and taping it all together like a pack, this now weighs just 2 grams more than the red battery, but it's quite a size. So in order to be able to get it into the plane, I can now put it at the correct CFG marking, which is fine. And with the cutout I've now done in the cockpit, I can put the cockpit back on. And that now allows me to fly this plane without having to recharge the 1 battery I had. I've now got 2 batteries. And the real interesting thing here is I've got another one of these green batteries that I don't use anymore. They were for an old Zaggy. So I've now got 2 packs, and I will end up with 3. This came with a Tanya connection because I think it was originally for a car, so I've put my XT60 on it. And the other thing I've done, I've taken these wheels off. They were the original wheels that were on the plane. Because the more I looked at it, the more I thought they're just so oversized, and they weigh 26 grams each. I've put these wheels on, and these wheels weigh 12 grams each, and they still give plenty of clearance now that I've put 3 blade props on. So I'm hoping with the smaller undercarriage, smaller wheels, lighter, and the 3-bladed props, and everything else I've done to it. I'll just test the CMG out again, and as soon as the lockdown's finished, we're out of here and we're in the field. So I've still got some maths to do. And I'll put a battery in, connect it all up, run the engines, and I'll put a watt meter in here and I'll see what sort of watts it's using up, what sort of amps it's drawing. This is a 50 amp speed controller, as I said. I'll do the same again, but be putting these back on and doing a comparison. And then I've got to do the same again, but test the thrust. I think the way I'll test the thrust is I'll have the plane all set up, strap the tail to just a weighing scale, like a spring balance. I could use a cheap spring balance, but I'll probably go digital. I'll have to do that with each of the different types of props as well, because I'm not sure that these will cut it. So that's it, quick update. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay well, and stay indoors. And I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.